NBA action on 2K Sports. Tonight, it'll be the Boston Celtics going up against the Dallas Mavericks. I'm Kevin Harlan with Mike Fratello and Clark Kellogg. On the sideline, David Aldridge. We're getting into the final stretch of the season, Mike. How do you keep guys motivated out on the floor?
If you've got playoff goals, that's a great incentive.
Right.
But you can also remind them it's always important to finish strong, so you know you made the most out of the season.
Bird with the bucket.
Yeah, we always talk about the great range Larry has on that jumper in the gym range. Case in point right there.
Here's a quiet. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. This is his first chance at the line tonight.
Shooting for Dallas, Mark Aguirre at the line for 2.
He misses the free throw.
You know, Mark Aguirre does really just about everything you would ask of him on the floor. Not much that he can't do.
No good at the stripe this time. Second misses also. And it's Henderson with the ball for the Boston Celtics. It's a 3-point game. Last time they met was in Dallas, where they beat the Mavericks.
You know, when they last played this team, I think they won because of the play of the second unit. The bench really brought it for them.
Let's see if they're able to replicate that success here tonight. I'm sure the starters are expecting them to.
So for Dallas, their last game, a win against the Knicks in New York. Henderson, no one around him. No good on the triple. Here are the Mavericks now. They are coming into this having notched a win against the Knicks in their last game.
Tell you what, they had that scoreboard singing and dinging, giving them that work.
An impressive win without question. Undaunted on hostile ground.
You do not want to let him get in a rhythm from out there.
Haven't been able to stop this one so far.
The opposition continuing to be absolutely relentless.
And this is how you defend a player like him. Nice job contesting without fouling.
That's good from Johnson on the assist by Bird.
Their scoring has been a problem. It's been tough to handle.
And it's enabled them to establish a substantial lead in the early going.
And the Mavericks call time here. Here is Davis. He's coming off a 10-point game against New York. Blackman sinks the triple.
Excellent at facilitating. Davis shows the vision.
First 1:30 gone here in the first quarter. Johnson outside. Pass to Maxwell. Jacks up a 3. Cummings grabs the board. For Dallas, they've gone just 1 for 5 from the field to start the quarter. Here's Blackman. The Mavericks rebound. Boston's gone 2 of 4 from beyond the arc to start the game. Bird inside the 3-point line, and it goes down 2 points. Bird's got 10 points in the game.
That's a pretty good play by Bird, showing you some of that deceptive athleticism, getting around the contact and into a shot.
Dallas has gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Blackman's shot is off. The Celtics have gone 5 of 7 today so far. Nice shooting to get this game underway. They get it back. Second shot opportunity, and Johnson puts it in.
Right from the start, they set the tone and were the more dominant team.
I love how they've looked right from the tip, doing an amazing job building this lead.
It's Henderson on the wing. The 3. Now in the scoring column with that bucket. 1 for 2 this game.
Well, I tell you what, it seems like they're getting quality looks on every possession. They've got a nice rhythm going and can't be stopped.
And with each made basket, their confidence also continues to grow. They're surging right now, playing for one another.
Well, that's an easy, effortless make right at the rim.
Yeah, you know this. You usually get only looks like this in the layup line. The defense has to make it harder on him right there.
We're about 3 minutes into this first quarter. In the corner, Henderson with it. Fires the three. And the Celtics another three.
Training threes left and right, making it rain from behind the arc.
Nothing the D is doing has worked, which is why they are going to continue gunning from outside the arc.
That one drops for him. 6 points for him.
Well, you pay so much attention to Bird, that opens things up for others.
Mavericks trail by 17. Here's Aguirre. And that one falls, coming off of Davis's feed.
A red-hot beginning to this game.
Well, he's a real good offensive player, so they want to get him going early.
Boston's gone 4-6 from long range here early on. Henderson passes to Bird. From deep. Oh, yes, he did. 5 up and 5 down for him so far.
You know, it's interesting the way Bird shoots the basketball. Angles his body instead of squaring up most times, but the results are remarkable and unquestionably good.
Here's Maxwell. Great D that time from Cummings. And it's Davis with the ball for the Dallas Mavericks. They trail by 18. And the shot goes in from Aguirre.
This is what Aguirre is out here to do. He looks to shoot and shoot often.
So it's the Celtics now. Pass to Henderson. Celtics passing it around. And it's Parrish finishing it off.
He's got this offense absolutely humming. And I love the patience and timing he's added to his game. Very obvious he's worked on that.
And this is what a coach loves to see. Looking to create for others and making the killer pass.
Boston making some changes. Mikhail comes in for Maxwell. And it's Maravich in for Dennis Johnson. Pass to Vincent. Ellis outside. From past the arc. Nice D from Bird.
That was a great effort defensively, guys. Getting a hand up in the face of the shooter is always an important part of defense.
Snatched up. And it's good for 2. Parrish has got his second bucket of the night.
Parrish cleaning it up for his team, using his length to protect the play and get them the basket.
Here's Blackman. That falls. Nice feed that time from Harper.
Whatever the defense gives, that's what he takes. A sign of a skilled offensive player.
There's a minute left in the first. Up top, Maravich. Over Vincent. And it's Boston with another. Mavericks trail by 20. And the pass to Blackman. Takes the three. Hits it from three-point range. Blackman's got a pair of threes now in the first quarter for the Mavs.
A decent threat from downtown. The defense must honor Blackman's three ball or pay the price.
Here's Bird, and there's the drive. Doesn't go that time. Ellis with some nice D. The Mavericks have gone 6 of 14 shooting the ball since the start of the game. There's 25 seconds left in the first quarter of the game.
And Ellis is really a remarkably consistent shooter from deep. Nice, efficient stroke. Doesn't get any better than watching him fire from outside.
Bird's shot is good.
One of the best ways to respond to a trifecta, knock down one of your own.
You fight fire with fire. Match them up.
Blackman. Again, the Mavericks score.
Check out Blackman making the mid-range look effortless. He's worked hard to develop this shot.
West with the steal. 1 second left. Oh, and he just knocked down the buzzer beater.
What a shot to beat the buzzer, and that's how you gain momentum.
Yeah, that kind of a shot always energizes a team, and they'll look to build off of it going into the next quarter.
And a double-digit lead on the scoreboard as we end the first quarter of play. Celtics lead by 13. We'll be back shortly live from Boston Garden. And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown so far for the Celtics.
Their early focus on outside scoring has paid off. They're finding plenty of points from three-point land.
Cultivating a lot of assists right now, which is beautiful to see. Love the way they're working that ball around.
Mavericks trail by 16. Here's Aguirre driving the lane, and the dunk by Aguirre.
The aggressive cut from Aguirre. He knows how tough he is to guard in these situations.
Pass to Bird. From downtown, and the Celtics hit again from deep.
He is determined to hunt shots out there on the perimeter.
And it is paying off. He's finding a big chunk of his points from three-point range.
And the shot goes in. Aguirre's got 10.
Check out the agility from Aguirre inside, finding a path around the contact.
Here's Henderson. He's got 6. Outside, Maravich. Here's McHale. Mavericks with the rebound.
I'm sure he's upset right now. He had a space, had it all lined up, but just couldn't convert on the mid-range jumper.
That's what this team needs right now.
You're right, cutting the deficit with the one-handed flush.
Maybe that can give them a little spark.
Bird outside. 14 feet away. Here's Wedman. And it's Harper with the rebound.
Well, he's much better than that. Really no excuse for missing that lay-in.
There's Ellis with the 3-ball. That falls. Nice speed that time from Harper. Harper's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. Second quarter of basketball, just over a minute and a half played so far. Bird with the bounce pass. Here's McHale. The jump shot from the baseline is right on target. And the Celtics lead by 12. Thinking about the young talent, Mike, that could join the NBA this year, Sam Perkins of North Carolina is a name that definitely stands out.
A collegiate champion like Perkins has instant appeal. He knows how to win big games and is a talented shooter and rebounder.
What's his best position, you think, Mike, in the NBA? If you were coaching him, where would you put him, or at least begin starting to put him?
It might depend who you have to go alongside of him, because you could play him at the power forward position if you have a talented center, or you may be forced to play him at the center position if you don't have a big man, and then you might go with a lesser power forward. I'd say the composition of the roster will have a lot to do with where Perkins plays.
Lot to think about.
Larry attacks you in so many ways, showing his natural scoring ability here, filling up the scorecard.
Second quarter of play with almost 3 minutes gone. Here's Aguirre. Redmond pulls it in. Boston leading by 13. Here's Bird. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
First personal foul.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
In their last game, he actually made these shots look routine.
Yeah, he was really making it hurt every time he got sent to the line in that one.
Time called here. The Celtics decide to talk it over. Some changes for Boston. Parrish is checked in for McHale. Maxwell comes in for Wedman, and it's Johnson in for Maravich. And a new group getting ready for Dallas.
You can tell Bird is a natural leader out on the floor. His guys look to him to set the tempo and help them maintain their focus. This is what makes him tough. A big guy who can knock him down from the strike.
Again, the miss by the Mavericks. The Celtics have gone 4 of 8 so far here in the second quarter. Fires for 3. Good for the basket. Number 9. He's only missed 2 shots from the floor all night.
Well, I'll tell you what, Henderson can be an effective dime dropper, like when a guy is that open.
And it's Davis with the ball for Dallas. It's an 18-point game. Blackman. Again, the miss by the Mavericks. The Celtics on offense. They've outscored him 10 points to 2 during this run. Whistle blows. Basket is good. So a chance here for a 3-point play.
Davis. First personal foul. Second team foul.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight.
Dennis Johnson.
One shot.
The best defensive guard in the league. Dennis Johnson makes his opponents work for anything they get.
Mavericks trail by 21. Here's Blackman. Good on the triple.
Rolando Blackman.
Blackman's got 15 points.
Can't leave him open from deep. Need to at least get a hand up.
And almost 4 minutes gone here in the second quarter of play. Pass to Maxwell. Over Aguirre. Maxwell's shot is no good. For Dallas, they've gone 6 of 11 from the floor. Over 50% shooting here in the second quarter. Here's Blackman. From outside, off the mark. Celtics leading by 18. Anderson finds Bird. Shoots from the corner. He makes his 10th basket of the night from the field. He has missed 2 shots from the floor.
Oh, the finesse. Bird showing off the handles here.
Here's Blackman. Henderson defending. Inside. Here's Cummings. There's the killer two-handed slam.
Assist goes to
Major posterization right there, guys. The defender gave him up way too much height. All he could do was try to get out of the picture.
Johnson can't hit. Mavericks trail by 18. Here's Blackman. Parrish gets the rebound. Parrish has got 9 rebounds now tonight. And Bird, here we go. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Bird's got 31 points.
Being a great shooter opens up driving lanes for Bird.
And the Mavericks call time here. Kevin McHale checked in for Boston. Vincent's checked in for Dallas. The Mavericks have gone 7 of 14 in the second quarter, shooting to the tune of 50%. Here's Blackman. A second chance effort. Cummings' shot is good. Cummings got his second basket of the game.
You know, I think when you give up second chance points, a lot of it comes down to simply a lack of effort.
Yeah, it's simple. A key part of playing good defense is limiting the offense to one shot. And that starts with boxing out.
There's 53 seconds left in the second quarter. Here's Blackman. And Boston with the rebound. Parrish has got double-digit rebounds now in the game. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
Getting physical to win the call. Maxwell doesn't hold back against the defense.
The Celtics have made 3 free throws so far. Haven't missed any.
Shooting 2.
Free throw good, Maxwell.
A guy who knows how to use his physical gifts to great effect. Cedric Maxwell can make so much trouble for the defense. He's a very scrappy player.
Passes to Blackman. Back to Davis. The 3. Bangs home the trifecta. Davis has got himself on the board with 3 there.
Nice pass, creating the opportunity. Great teamwork on that one.
Here's Johnson. That one is good. He's only missed 1 shot of his 6 taken on the floor.
Nice shot. DJ loves to go to work in that mid-range area.
Mavericks trail by 21. And out of bounds as the Celtics gain possession. "17 seconds left in the first half of basketball. Driving in, lays it up and banks it in. Johnson's got 13 points.
So athletic, DJ can get to the rack seemingly at will.
To the inside, here's Blackman. Count the bucket, coming off a perfectly placed assist.
The story of their offense so far has been just that, getting a number of looks from point-blank range.
And so it's Larry Bird making things happen for Boston. And his big game just keeps getting bigger. That quarter sees him get over 30 points. Right back after this break. Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. It's been one outstanding game from Larry Bird.
Don't think you can be much more efficient offensively than that.
Not being one-dimensional either. Getting it done multiple ways.
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. Here's Blackman. Off target from outside. Celtics leading by 21. At the elbow, it's Bird. And it's wide right. Hits off the rim. And it's Davis with the ball for Dallas. Aguirre with it. And it's out of bounds. The Celtics will take it the other way. With 10 games left, let's see how the playoff race is shaping up out west. Let's take a look at Dallas. They've had a great season, and will look to extend that into the playoffs. And the Celtics with possession here. Atlanta will be traveling to face them after this game. That'll be the latter half of this two-game homestand. Good! Maxwell's got his team on the board first here in the second half for Boston.
A solid point guard. This team is in good hands with Henderson.
Here's Blackman. A three-pointer off the mark. A tremendous team effort, Mike, offensively from them tonight.
Well, they've been unselfish, a ton of assists, plus lots of different scorers out there.
Yeah, things you all appreciate. Here's Aguirre. Goes back up. Cummings' shot is good. Cummings got 6.
Excellent activity and timing on the offensive glass. That's how you get extra possessions.
Here's Maxwell. Offline from the high post. Dallas has gone 0 of 2 from deep to start things here in the second half. And here's Davis for 3.
Every rebound seems to end up in his hands. How's that happen? He's having himself a game on the boards.
Well, the work is done early. Reading the ball in the air, establishing position, it all matters.
Mavericks have gone only 1 of 5 from the field since halftime. Very slow start offensively. It's good from long range.
And once Blackman gets a few to fall, he's in a zone, and he keeps looking to score.
Here's Henderson. He's got 6. Celtics passing it around, and there it is for him. 15 points in the game.
Soft, puffy interior D, and they've exploited it.
Dallas has gone 1 of 4 in three-point shots here in the third. Here's Blackman. No good on the 3. Boston leading by 23. Bird way outside. Nymphius pulls it in. The Mavericks have gone 2 of 7 from the field in the third. That leaves room for improvements here. The shot's good.
Pretty intense play from Mark Aguirre, and you just have to love the focus he's showing on the offensive end.
The Celtics have gone 3 of 7 on field goal attempts here in the second half. And there's the pass to Maxwell. It's rebounded by Dallas. Nymphius has got his 6th rebound on the night. Stolen by Bird. Third quarter here, and 3 minutes have come off the clock. Great D that time from Cummings. Mavericks trail by 21. Here's Aguirre. And another basket to his impressive total. It's his 9th against 12 attempts.
Excellent focus by Aguirre to convert through the contact there. That's one of the things that I think makes him such a great scorer.
The Celtics shooting a tremendous 61% from the floor, hitting at all cylinders. Boston again missing. For Dallas, they've gone 4 of 9 from the floor so far in the third. Over to the left wing. The 15-footer tried to bank it in, but he misses. Celtics leading by 19. And here's Bird for 3. And Blackman pulls it down. The Mavericks shooting around 40% in the third. Maybe settling for some less than ideal looks out there. Second shot opportunity. Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a three-point play chance for him.
First team.
They're still behind, but you're starting to see signs of life. Got to keep plugging away here.
Yeah, this one is far from over, and I think they sense it. They're still working hard to get back into this one.
Boston making a switch here. Maravich is checked in. Vincent's checked in for Dallas. Well, the Celtics shooting an ugly 27% since halftime. Henderson outside. Here's Parrish. And another assist.
Contact does not phase Slim. He makes it happen regardless.
Now the Mavericks with it. They're on a 12-4 run.
2 minutes remaining on the clock.
It's rebounded by Maxwell. Celtics leading by 18. He dishes it to Bird. Here's the three. Vincent with the rebound. Dallas has gone into a slump here from three-point range, shooting just 1 of 5 here in the third. And here's Davis for three. The rebound by the Celtics. Here's Maxwell. A look at his stats. He averages a bit over 8 points a game.
The closer Maxwell gets to the rim, the more dangerous he becomes. Nice bucket.
And it's Davis with the ball for the Dallas Mavericks. Blackman. No good with the triple.
You know, I wouldn't be surprised if he gets yanked soon. I mean, that's how bad his shot selection has been.
Again, the Celtics good for 2.
This is clearly a man on fire. Was tremendous last game.
And that has bled into this game. Just a force on offense.
Here's Davis. He's averaging just around 8.5 points a game. Here's Blackman. Dallas again missing.
He just keeps firing away from distance. I know he's trying to get himself heated up, but at what cost?
And here's Bird for three. And Davis pulls it down. The Mavericks shooting here about 46% for the game. No good. He's made 9 of 15, shooting an even 60%. And now looks like we've got an injury here, guys. We'll likely see him come out of the game.
Boy, you just hope it's not serious. I mean, that's so awful and disheartening to see.
You just kind of hold your breath in these moments. Across all sports, there's nothing worse than seeing someone get injured.
And some changes here for the Celtics. McHale's checked in for Bird. Wedman comes in for Maxwell. And Buckner subbed in for Gerald Henderson. Boston leading by 22. Outside, Maravich. For three. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Maravich has got 5 points so far.
When he gets space like that, you know he's going to knock it down.
They need this. Out of bounds, Boston takes possession.
Boston ball.
The Celtics shooting 41% from the floor so far in the third. 3 seconds separate the shot clock and game clock. There's the triple. Tries again, and he sinks the layup. McHale's got his 3rd bucket of the night.
A determined rebounder. McHale just outworks the opposition to come away with the second chance points.
Harper, with nobody on him, he parries the jumper. Here is Maravich. 5 points in the game. Here's Wedman. Trains it from beyond the arc. He's got 6.
A nice sense of when to move the ball and get the assist.
Wow, he nails the buzzer beater.
Saw that time on the clock and let that shot fly perfectly.
And that is how you end the quarter. Gets it to go, and they are elated at the break.
And so it's the Boston Celtics ahead by 26 points as we get ready for the break. From the field, they have been outstanding, amazing shooting. That's what has them headed to a blowout. We come back right after this. And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. The Celtics shooting around 60% on the night. Amazing work offensively so far. Time now for an injury report.
Hi, guys. The head athletic trainer for the Celtics provided some information to us. He said it appears to be a moderate wrist sprain. This injury could be devastating for them. This is a team that had title hopes, Kevin, and this is not what they need.
David, thanks for the new info on his status. And Clark, I know we've all been wishing him a very speedy recovery.
Most definitely. Injuries are still such an unfortunate reality of the game, and we know they're going to happen, but they're never pleasant when they do.
What a shame.
Yep.
Well, on the floor and in recovery, it's all about taking care of yourself. I'm sure he's been doing just that.
Here's Boston now. For three, Maravich. Here's McHale, and slam dunk by McHale.
Look at McHale getting after it. Saw his opening and puts it down.
Mavericks shooting at 46%, making some buckets. Here's Wedman. Down low, West with the steal. Ellis surveying the D. And a miss there on the triple. For Boston, they've gone 1 of 4 since the end of the third quarter. And here's Maravich from the arc. It's rebounded by Dallas. Here's Aguirre. The shot's good on the assist by West. West has got 3 assists in the game. Boston's gone 0 of 3 so far in the fourth quarter from long range. Here's Maravich. There's the drive. Played in with a nice touch off the glass.
Found the crease, took advantage, and got it in close.
And adds to this lead. They're having their way.
About a minute and a half into the fourth quarter now. Here's Ellis. Again, the Mavericks score.
Assistant, Derek Harper.
The Celtics have gone just 33% from the field in the fourth quarter so far. They are 2 of 6. Lets the 3 fly. Redmond can't get it to go.
And, you know, even though that shot didn't go down, I like how they got him a wide open look in space there.
Aguirre, good.
Smart read by Harper. Very willing to give it up.
Boston leading by 23. Now Maravich. High post McHale. It falls for his 5th field goal of the night. Now shooting 5 for 8.
Sensational ball movement there. When you pass the ball like that, good things happen.
Dallas calls timeout. Carr, he's checked in for the Celtics. Garnett, he's checked in for Dallas. Davis comes in for Harper. For Dallas, they've gone 3 of 5 here in the fourth quarter. Pretty good numbers coming out of the break. McHale against Garnett. Fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points. So 1 free throw coming up.
Hit. 1 shot.
And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. The hustle stats for the Celtics.
You have to be a fan of the energy they've played with on the defensive end. Active hands and feet, and it's come up big a few times for them.
The shooting's been great, but also how about the energy level? That's what's impressed me the most. They've been getting it up and down in transition, and that takes effort.
The Celtics have gotten just under 45% of their attempts to drop in the fourth. 4 of 9. A little over 2.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth quarter. Mavericks shooting a respectable 47% from the field in this one. Here's Aguirre. Pass to Blackman. Maravich with the steal. Pass to Wedman. Launches it. The Mavericks pull it in. Right wing. Shoots from the elbow. And Boston with the rebound. McHale's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Here's Wedman. And another miss by Boston. Dallas has gone 0 of 3 so far in the fourth quarter from long range. The offensive rebound, Nymphius drops in the layup for 2.
Doesn't get any easier than this. Working it down low and going to work.
And here's Maravich for three. Here's McHale. And it's slammed in by McHale.
Hey, you better get a body on him and box him out.
Yeah, he makes him pay. You're right.
And unless you get a body on him, he's going to continue to do that.
Now, here is Aguirre. Cummings inside, and he dunks it down.
Position for success there. Excellent focus working that backboard.
Boy, you said it. Able to grab it and send it right back in.
And not taking any chances. He finishes the play strong.
Ever since halftime, they have been parked out at the arc, dropping bomb after bomb.
And who can blame them? When you're hitting like this, you got to just keep it going.
And so it's Dallas with it. Following Pete Maravich's three. Aguirre, good.
And for a two-guard, Blackman moves the ball well, especially when someone on his team is open.
The Celtics shooting in the fourth quarter has looked shabby, 38%. Here's McHale. Second chance effort. A shot's good by Wedman.
It's never easy trying to keep him off the glass. He's an absolute beast down there.
The Mavericks shooting at a 46% clip in the fourth quarter. Here's Blackman. And that one falls coming off of Davis's feed.
3 points.
Davis has got 5 assists tonight.
And he's not someone you want to take lightly from there. The fault lies with the defense for allowing him to get a little bit of wiggle room.
They're running away with this one right now.
Now they're just seeing how big they can make this lead.
And there are the Celtics with another basket.
And right from the get-go, they stood out as the better team. Their hunger to dominate and play for each other was outstanding for the Celtics.
This one was never really in doubt, Mike. They stayed firmly in control of the game throughout.
A total success story. I agree. Things were just clicking for them out there.
And I think coming into this game, these guys felt they had the confidence to win. And looking at the season they've had, already 58 wins in the books. Tonight will be win number 59. And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for Larry Bird.
On a roll offensively. He's been in the zone.
There's 45 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one, and the basket by Blackman.
Well, they haven't given up. They've certainly not quit. Got to give them a lot of credit for that.
And the deficit likely too much to overcome, but showing their pride, still competing.
Now here's McHale. Cummings grabs the board. Here's Aguirre, and that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up.
You know, even with the defense right in his path, Aguirre stayed strong and earned himself a trip to the line.
That one is off.
2 shots.
And the second free throw, good. Looking to keep it rolling.
Stay on the attack and keep playing the right way.
There's a 4-second difference from the shot clock to the game clock. Maravich, good.
This one almost in the books, and what a show they put on for this home crowd.
Gotta be a satisfying feeling, playing this well in front of your home fans.
And here is Ainge. McHale on the wing. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
First personal foul.
Great job by McHale creating contact by being physical himself.
And that one falls for McHale. And McHale drops them both. And so it's Boston easily grabbing this one. Well, Mike, the fans here obviously going home very happy.
They had a lot to cheer about, Kev. This squad played a great game.
They did. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For our terrific reporter, David Aldridge, along with Clark Kellogg and Mike Fratello, I'm Kevin Harlan saying thank you for tuning in tonight. We'll see you next time.